Good morning, happy Monday. It is 10:52 in the morning, getting a little bit of a late start, but welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tabitha, or you can call me Tab or Tabs. I am the maker and creator behind Safari Stitches, and I do a lot of crochet with me, market vlogs, week in the life, and I have a few pattern tutorials coming up here in the near future. This week, we are coming off of a very large market. Check out the last video if you haven't seen it already. I did over $1,000 in sales at the last market, so check that out if you haven't. And this week, it is another market week. I have a small market coming up on Saturday. It's a small farmers market. I'm very, very well prepared as far as inventory goes. So this week is going to be pretty chill. We're just gonna relax. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna do some chatting, some crocheting. And I did go ahead, so I have a big market, a Christmas market, my first Christmas market of the season coming up on November 16th, which is three weeks from now. So I did go ahead and make a list of the inventory that I want to make for that market, and it is a page and a half in this notebook. The green X's is stuff that I have left over from my market on Saturday, and then the black X's is stuff that I've already made since Saturday. We've been working on restocking baby bees for it, and everything I'm making right now I am setting aside for the bigger market, and I'm just going to take the inventory that I have left over from Saturday to this farmer's market on this coming Saturday. Because it is a smaller market, I generally sell anywhere from 15 to 25 items at this market, and I have probably close to 250 items still because I way over prepped. I am currently waiting on the YouTube video that's going live today to export, and I'm gonna just quickly show you guys. I modified my bee pattern a little bit, and I would love to know what you guys think, but I've decided to do a no-sew bee, and obviously these are unfinished, but this is what it will look like. I'm kind of going for like that cute little cartoon bee look with the circle wings. So this is what it's going to look like. Obviously it will have embroidered eyes on the front, but I would love to know what you guys think. This is going to be a video tutorial, a pattern video tutorial that's going to come out here in the next couple of weeks, probably after this market vlog. The next video, I might post it as a surprise extra video this week if I have the time to record it and edit it, because I obviously want it to be closed captioned so you guys can follow it really, really easily. So it's also going to be a static post on my Instagram. If you want like a written pattern, it'll also be on my Instagram. If it has been posted, I will link it in the description so you can go and find it. So that is what this week is gonna look like. But I've made four of the rainbow. Oops, his wings are inside out. Hold on. I've made 4 rainbow bees so far. I made 4 black and white bees, and I just started making the pink bees. So I have made, just for reference, I'm now at 5 rainbow and I've got 2 pink. Like I said, the green X's is what I already have made, and I just made boxes for the total that I want to do. So I've already got $50 in bees made. Sorry, 50 plus the 4 yellows. So what is that, 90? Math. $90 worth of bees have already been made. I have 3 pink, 3 green, 3 blue, 2 purple left to make. So that is going to be my focus this morning. If I could get all of those knocked out, then I will sit down and finish and tack down the wings and get them all sewn and finished with the eyes and everything. I guess if I'm gonna do that, I might as well record the tutorial video, right? We'll see. We will see. I'm not sure what I'm gonna move on to after that, which is per usual if you've watched my videos before, you know I am a big mood crocheter. I don't like to be stuck making one thing or having to make specific things, which is why I make crazy long lists of inventory that I need, because when I'm a mood crocheter, I look through the list as like, I don't really feel like making most of this stuff, but I'll see like a mouse snuggler. It's like, oh, I haven't made one of those in a while. Let's make that. Sometimes I want to make bigger items. Sometimes I want to make smaller items. So it just kind of depends on my mood. Today we are focusing on bees because they are, now that I don't have to sew the wings on, I'm actually like knocking them out pretty quickly. And I'm going to work on those while this finishes exporting. It's 30% of the way done. It says it has 20 minutes left to go. So grab your whips, whatever you're working on, whether it's crocheting or any other craft. If you do another craft besides crocheting, I would love to know what you do in the comments, because I do a lot of things. I do crocheting, I do punch needle, I make stickers. There's my Cricut, and I do cross stitching, embroidery. I really want to break out my laser engraver in the next few weeks too. That might be something we do after my November 16th market, and start like really diving into that. But yeah, we are gonna work on some bees and I will check back in with you guys. Also, I forgot to mention this, but as of 11 o'clock on October 28th, 2024, we are officially sitting at 500 subscribers. I had a goal of getting to 100 subscribers by the end of October, and you guys have just absolutely blown that out of the water. I'm so thrilled. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that I have that many people that want to watch my channel and watch me crochet and listen to me blab on about literally everything. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you so much for getting me to 500. I just like, I can't believe that we've gotten that far. The next goal is obviously 1,000, and I'm still trying to decide. I think I am gonna do a really fun giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, because I just feel like that's a pretty cool milestone to hit. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video to let YouTube know that you like the video, and drop me a comment if you're new and introduce yourself. Let me know what kind of crafting you do. Anything, literally anything. Just drop me a comment. I would love to meet you. Hello, just check in. It is 1:54 in the afternoon. I have just been over here crocheting away, just over in La La Land. I've been doing a couple of other things as well, but I wanted to give you an update on my inventory list because I finished all of the pink bees and I am now starting on the green ones. I actually really like this bee design. I think it's absolutely adorable. It's, the more I make them, the more obsessed I am with them. So that is how I'm gonna do my bees from now on, unless they just absolutely tank compared to what I usually sell. I sold 7 at my last market on Saturday. So unless they absolutely tank at my markets, that is how I'm going to make them, because they are literally going so quick. But this is the list update. I'm keeping track of the money value of how much I've made. I've made $120 worth plus $10 for the green one that I just finished. But I haven't finished it yet, so I just haven't totaled out that line because I still have 2 more to go. I have all 4 of the wings made already for those last 2 green ones, If I could finish the bees today and not have to worry about them, unless, like, obviously I will restock anything that sells at this market on Saturday, the farmer's market. I usually sell a few of the bees at the farmer's market depending on how big the turnout is. So I will just have to restock whatever sells, which is really nice. As long as I have 5 of each color for my market on the 16th, I'll be happy. And then after that, like I said, I'm not really sure what I'm going to move on to, but I'm going to get back to these bees. Like I said, I have 2 more green, 3 blue, and 2 purple to make. So really not that many, and these are not taking me that long to put together. So, yeah, I'm going to get back to it. Alright guys, just checking in because it is now 4:20. I have finished almost all of the bees. I'm working on the purples. I have 2 left. I've already got all the wings done. So I probably will be done with these in the next like 20 or so minutes because like I said, they're working up super duper quickly. There's my box full of almost finished bees. I just have to tack the wings down and put the eyes on. So I'm probably not gonna finish that tonight. I think I need a mental break from making bees over and over again. So I am going to finish up these little purple guys really quick. I hope it's not gonna, I don't think it won't take me that long to get these done, and then I'm gonna take a break from these and I'm gonna start making my zipper pouch shells because I would like to take a few of those to my market this coming weekend. Even like because it's a small one, I tend to test out some new products at this one just to kind of see how it gets received by a smaller crowd, and it kind of allows me to gauge how it may be received at other markets, and then we can decide on if we want to make more of those and keep them in stock. But I bought a little while ago, I bought some really nice tweed colored yarn. I don't have them within arm's reach right now to show you, but I got them in I think 3 different colors. And they're all neutrals. So I'm going to start there and make some out of those because they're brand new skeins of yarn. And just kind of see how they work up. And then I can also pick some really cute and fun lining fabric for those as well, which is, I guess, going to be the fun part. I have to teach myself how to make a zipper pouch. I've never made lined bags before. I've never made pouches in general before. And I've never made lined ones, and I've never attached a zipper to a bag. So this is going to be a brand new process for me. And of course you guys are going to come along with me to learn. But yeah, I think I'm just going to take a break from making bees. I mean, it won't really be taking a break because I'll be done with making the main part of these. It's just really finishing details that I will still have to do, and make zipper pouch shells instead because truly I just need something a little bit more mindless to work on. Again, I just want to say I am so incredibly grateful for the outpouring of support that I have received already on YouTube. It's just crazy to me that like I've been putting this off for so long because I have social anxiety. So it's just like the idea of people, like strangers on the internet, watching me do things was just a little daunting, but now I love it. Like I literally love sitting here recording videos. I don't know what it is, but it's literally all I want to do. And I just think that YouTube is the right pathway for me for right now. I'm not big on social media. I never have been. I very rarely post to my Facebook page. One, because I think social media is a breeding ground for jealousy and hate and all sorts of stuff. And I mean, you can agree with me or not, it's fine. I know being on social media is a personal choice. I am on social media, and I do recognize the fact that having a small business, social media kind of is your business. So I am trying to be better about Instagram. I was really good about TikTok for a long time, but it kind of fell off because I feel like with the addition of TikTok Shop and people just promoting products in their videos, those seem to get more traction and more views, which I understand, like people want to get their bag. I have nothing against that, but I think those videos seem to drown out the creative videos that TikTok kind of was started for. And it made it very difficult to get any traction. I went from getting a couple of thousand views on videos to barely reaching a couple of hundred views on my TikTok videos. And when that kind of stuff happens, it gets a little discouraging to continue posting. I'm sure other people agree and understand what I feel, like how I feel about that. Instagram's a little bit different. I feel like Instagram has always kind of been one of those platforms where it's purely just social and people don't necessarily try to peddle products on there. I mean, obviously small businesses are promoting their products, but I don't see, like with TikTok, it's just, I get, my For You page is just inundated with people pushing products, and it just gets to be overwhelming. And I think that's kind of led to a fall off on the creatives getting the traction that we are used to getting. I used to get 100 people in my TikTok lives every time I went live, and now I'm lucky to get 10. So I just kind of fell off of doing TikTok. I need to start posting again there. I might just start taking what I post as shorts on YouTube and just posting it again to TikTok and just double posting, just to keep momentum going, I guess. But that said, all of that to say, I really do appreciate all of the support that I've gotten across all my platforms, really, because I know some of you have jumped over to my Instagram account and have given me a follow, and you have sent me, like, some of you have sent me the absolute sweetest messages on Instagram after finding my YouTube channel, and I cannot tell you how much that means to me, because I literally was petrified of starting a YouTube channel. And I think I mentioned this in a video before, but I've literally put it off for months. I've wanted to do this since like the beginning of the year, when I was really starting to ramp up doing markets and stuff. I don't know. I was just having a mental block about it. So this has just been such a great experience for me so far. I'm still waiting on the token troll to come in my comments. I feel like once you get a nice troll in your comments, you've really made it. And I can't wait for that moment to happen, which is so weird to say, but I know I said this earlier in my video, but we have broken 500 subscribers on YouTube. We are on our way to 1,000. I'm really, really hoping to make this a part of my income, because I'm gonna need every extra form of income that I can get in order to do this full time, to be able to make the changes that I need to make. And so yeah, every single person that has subscribed to me so far, I really, really appreciate it. And if you have not tapped the subscribe button yet, I really, really hope that you consider doing so. And I really do enjoy doing this. I enjoy making the content. I enjoy crocheting. I enjoy chatting with everybody, meeting new people. Like, all of that is super fun. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you consider subscribing. I would love to meet you as well. So please drop a comment in the comment section if you are new here. And of course, hit the like button if you are enjoying this video so far. But I am going to get back to finishing this last and final bee, and I will probably check in with you guys at some point tomorrow. So, good morning. Happy Tuesday. I just wanted to come on, quick update. I'm about to leave for work, but I did get all of my bees done yesterday. So we made a total of 120, 180, $200 worth of bees yesterday. That's 20 bees total. That's a lot. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm not gonna lie. I still obviously have to tack down the wings and put the faces on, but I'm super thrilled that I got that much done. And I did start on one of the zipper pouches last night. I'm still trying to work out coloring. Right now I'm using the Joann's, it's their Big Twist tweed line, and I have gray, dark green, and navy blue to make some pouches out of, and I'm trying to work out some color combinations to make them striped. I've done gray and white so far, and then I think I'm going to do navy blue and cream, and then the green, and I'll probably do like a light tan color or something. That's kind of my vision in my head, is start with some neutral bags, and then I have a lot of yarn that I want to use up. So I'm kind of excited to get started on those. I would like to finish making some of the linings and everything. The zippers were delivered yesterday. I still haven't opened the package yet because I just haven't had time. I'm about to go do that now just to make sure that they're the right size. And then I will either touch base with you later when I get home from work, or I will touch base with you tomorrow morning. Hi guys. So it is Thursday. It is Halloween. So happy Halloween. I know we're past Halloween now, but I hope everybody had a great Halloween. We don't have kids, so we're just here for Halloween. But I wanted to just come on. I have not done a single thing since, I think the last time was Tuesday morning was the last time I updated. I worked for 12 hours yesterday. Yesterday was a 0 crochet day at all. I didn't do a single thing. I didn't get home until almost 8 o'clock last night. But I just kind of wanted to come on and show you guys what I've been working on this week. Obviously, I have an insane list of inventory, but we did get the bees done, as you have already seen. So at least we are there. But I think my problem this week is I'm coming off of the adrenaline from my last market, which was a big market, as you know, if you've seen the last market vlog. And my Crojo was just taking a little bit of a break. So I've kind of been playing around with, we talked about zipper pouches, and my zippers did come, but they're massive. I ordered the wrong size. Okay, I didn't have a battery that was charged, so it's been a little bit of time. I have since made myself an iced coffee. It's actually quite delicious. I have an espresso, so I made an espresso shot and then poured oat milk. And then from one of the farmers markets that we've done, I bought some bourbon vanilla that I put in here to just give it a little bit of a sweet flavor. It's so good. Anyways, as I was saying, I do have a lot of inventory still to make, and as I was saying, I think I just came off of the adrenaline of my big market last Saturday, and my Crojo slowly dwindled down. Like on Monday, we obviously made a boatload of bees. So we made I think it was 20 bees, because we made 4 rainbow, 4 pink, 3 green, 3 blue, and 2 purple, and 4 yellow. So it was a lot of bees. And then after that, I just kind of like I said, started working on the zipper pouches, and the zippers came in and they were massive. So I had been playing around. I got this Joann's tweed yarn that I really, really like. I like neutrals. And I made a solid gray square, but then I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of boring. So then I did white and gray, which apparently I just gravitate towards a white and gray combo because I have a hexie cardigan that's also white and gray, and oddly enough the white is a little like a hair bigger, so you can kind of see the size difference. It's like a solid like thickness difference. But when the zippers came in, I was like, well, that's not gonna work. So then I used the zipper to come up with a large zipper pouch. So that should work pretty nicely. So I'm gonna make probably at least one in every color. So like I said, I have the gray that I have matched with white. I still have to make another panel of this to go on the back side. But what I really like about this is the fact that the holes are there, but they're not like too crazy big, but you'll be able to see the lining fabric through, which might add like a cute pop of color. Even though it'll be like the reverse side of the fabric, it'll still be a slight pop of color kind of peeking through. I also ordered some safety eyes to make a Night Fury and a Light Fury, because we got, well, we watched all 3 of the How to Train Your Dragon movies, so obviously I now have to make the dragons. So I will be making a Night Fury and a Light Fury. Those should be here tomorrow. I ordered them from Etsy. I really need to break out all of my supplies and try and make some of my own safety eyes, because as I've mentioned in a previous video, I am a serial crafter, so I tend to buy supplies, try it, and then hate doing it, and I'll just pay someone else to do it, which is fine. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish the second panel of this zipper pouch. It's huge though. So I don't know if I'm going to leave it as a zipper pouch and just sell it like this, or if I want to make some straps and line the straps with matching fabric for the inside. I think that might be really cute, and just make it a crossbody bag. And then I might try and make the other colors too, but all I have is black zippers, so I kind of wish I had ordered different colors in this size because I only have the black. And then for whatever reason I ordered the 4-inch tiny ones, which I'm probably going to return because I don't really want to make zipper pouches that small. I'm not sure yet. I'm on the fence. I really want this size that will fit like pens, makeup, kind of stuff like that. So I need to measure this and figure out what size zipper I'm gonna need for that and order that size so that it's correct and get that delivered. So I don't really know what the plan is today. I'm kind of catching up on some stuff around the house because I had to work so late last night. So yeah, that's I've got laundry going. This video is going to be very all over the place, I can already tell. Okay, so just an update. It is 11 o'clock. I'm about to take a lunch break at work, and I actually was able to find some time to record my pattern tutorial for my little baby bees, these little guys. So I recorded that on my phone, and I am about to release the tutorial for you guys. So if you're watching this, that is released. I will link it in the description below so you can go and find it. But that's very exciting. I'm about to work on, like, while I'm eating my lunch, I'm going to work on the Canva pattern so that I can also release that over on Instagram at the same time, and that will also be linked if you would like to have a like a written pattern. that will be over there, but I'm very excited about that. It's my first ever tutorial, so if you watch it, bear with me. I'm sure it's a little bit crazy. I don't have the best setup right now to record those, but hopefully you guys can see it. I want to do a little something different for this video because you guys have seen me make a lot of the stuff that's on my list. So I'm thinking we might do some dino snugglers. I have not made a dino snuggler in forever, and I want to make 2 more. I have a pink one. I think I want to do a blue. I want to do a blue, yeah. And then I got some more of the neutral colors. I Premier Basics chenille. I have never used that yarn before, so I ordered. Hey girl, you getting a good nap? You getting a good nap in? You getting a good nap? Oh my goodness, you getting a good nap in? Oh, it's your tummy rubs. Your tummy rubs. Anyways, I ordered it in a bunch of different colors to try out, and I want to do like a bohosaurus, so I think I'm going to do that. We're going to make 2, and I'm going to make one out of Premier Basics chenille. Never tried the yarn before, so this is a first. And then I want to start, oh my goodness, I'm not sure what color of blue yet, but I'm thinking that's kind of purple though. Oh, you know what? We're gonna do it in this color, I think. I don't know if y'all can see the colors, but we're gonna do it in this color here, and I'm gonna do some maybe spikes in this color. Maybe. Or more on the brown. I mean, those are almost the exact same color. I don't know. We'll decide when we get there, but that's what I think I'm going to work on today, is getting 2 of the dino snugglers finished and get that knocked off my list, since I haven't made one in a while and I kind of want to. So that is going to be the plan. I'm going to go and get that pattern wrapped up and released. That way, by the time this video goes up, hopefully the footage is good enough. I haven't watched it back yet. Hopefully the footage is good enough. So I'm going to do that while I eat some lunch, get that posted, and then we will probably do a little bit of a crochet and chat, because I don't really have a whole lot of footage for this week. I do have my market this Saturday, but it's a very small market, so I'm not gonna, and I'm only taking the leftover inventory from last week. So if you want to see the inventory that I'm taking, go check out that video. I will link in the description so you can see it. And then we will talk about sales and stuff at the end after the market is over. So that is the plan, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so my bee pattern is finally live. It didn't take me too long. It is 2:34. No, it's not. It's 2:25. So I've already pulled my yarn together for my first dinosaur snuggler. That's what I'm going to move on to. And like I said, I'm going to use Premier Basics chenille, and this is going to be the body color, and this is the color Fog. My first impression is it's very soft. It has a slightly different texture from Bernat Blanket. Like, it's not quite as thick, I would say. It's definitely a little bit thinner than Bernat Blanket, so I'll be curious to see how big this comes out. It's very soft, but not like Bernat Baby Blanket soft, if that makes sense, if you're familiar with Bernat Blanket. But we're going to use Fog for the main color, and then we're going to do rainbow spikes. I need to look at how many. Let's see, where's the pattern? It's Dash Dino is the pattern we're going to be doing, and he's got, what is that, 6, 7, 8, no, hello, 6, 7, 8, 8 spikes. Oh boy. I have pink, and we have orange, and we have yellow, green, blue, and purple. And I don't know what other color I would do. I could grab another color in like a burnout blanket. These are the only colors I got other than like gray and some other neutrals. So I need to figure out, or I just leave off one of the spikes. I'm going to leave off one of the spikes is what I'm going to do. Yeah. I will leave off one of the small spikes that goes on the tail and just do 2 on the tail. That's what I'm going to do. So this is the plan. It's a very fun Dash Dino rainbow. And like I said, this is my first time working with this yarn. I've tried their Premier, what's the other one that everybody loves? The chenille. Parfait Chunky. I had such a horrible experience with Parfait Chunky, so I was really nervous about getting this yarn. So far it feels like it's gonna be good. Yeah, I got all my supplies, so I'm gonna get started, and we're gonna start with the head. I'm almost done with the head. I just have to do the last round, I think, of decreases. But I went ahead and stuffed it, and I'm not like super crazy about the texture. It does have a little bit more of a, like, it's not quite as smooth as Burnout Blanket, I guess, if that, I don't even know if that makes any sense. But the other thing I was really worried about was because this yarn felt a little bit thinner than Burnout Blanket yarn, I was worried that using the size 7 hook to make the head was going to be a bit gappy, and I don't feel like I've overstuffed it, but you can kind of just ever so slightly, like, I don't think any stuffing is going to come out of that. But I am kind of wondering if maybe I need to, if I use this yarn again. Now, it's really easy to work with, and it is very soft. It just has a very different texture than what I'm used to, that's all. Nothing against the yarn. But I might size down to a 6.5 instead of a 7 if I use this yarn again to make a snuggler or any plushie. Maybe size down to, if let me start my thought over. If I use a size 7 hook, or if the pattern calls for a size 7, I think I might try sizing down to a 6.5 just to see kind of what the difference is as far as how tight the stitches are. And I try not to have like insanely tight tension when I crochet because I want it to have a little bit of a spring to it. So that's really my only thing so far, is that the pile of the yarn is just slightly different from Bernat Blanket, so it has a very different texture compared to Bernat Blanket. If I had something near me made out of Bernat Blanket, I would show you what I'm talking about, but hopefully you know what I mean. And then the looseness of the stitches, like if I was using an 8, like I think stuffing would come out of this. But overall, like it was really easy to work with. It glides super smooth over the hook. It's very soft on your fingers, like your yarn holding fingers. It's fairly easy to see the stitches. Bernat has a little bit more definition to the stitches, so they are a little bit easier to see. But I mean, I can personally see the stitches on these, but I could see somebody that maybe hasn't made a lot of plushies before could potentially have some issues seeing the stitches with this yarn just because of the texture. But overall, I mean, I like it. It's a great yarn. It's very soft, like I've said several times already. Quit repeating yourself. So I'm going to get the head finished, and then we're going to start on the body, and we'll be sizing up in hook for the body, so it'll be interesting to see how this comes out.
You winsome smile in my vision, forgotten conversation, losing all control. Shades of blue temptation chasing beautiful illusions down the rabbit hole. Like a landslide of colors that run into each other, horses black and white. I lose myself when I get like this. I choose to ignore it cause it feels like bliss. I don't know how to break the fall. Maybe trying to hate you will fix it all. Golden dappled in your green eyes, a forest in the sunrise, doorway to your soul. Sketching your freckles in the daylight, searching until I find the meaning of it all. Finger paint until the colors change, resplendent to black and white. I lose myself when I get like this. I choose to ignore it cause it feels like bliss. I don't know how to break the fall. Maybe trying to hate you will fix it all. Have not have you around. I try to swim but I only drown. And when I fall to the bottom, I sink through the floor. Maybe trying to hate you will fix it all.
Okay, so we just finished the body, and this is actually going to be very similar in size, I think. Like I said, I think it's going to be a little bit smaller just because the yarn isn't quite as thick, but overall, I like it. I like the color choices that they have, because if you know Bernat, they have some weird colors. They have like 20 shades of gray, but they don't have like a true brown, which is like mind-blowing to me. And Premier Basics has a true brown. So I'm kind of excited to start using this yarn a little bit more. I have quite a bit. I only bought one skein of each of these colors just because I didn't want to like go crazy. But I bought quite a few neutrals. I think I got 3 each of this fog color, this color, which is pewter, and then I got white, a cream, and then like a tan color. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of excited to experiment and make some more plushies with this. I'm not going to have enough to make a bunch of plushies just because I bought in limited quantities. I didn't want to run into my Parfait Chunky debacle again. So I did, other than the neutrals, I tried to limit myself on what I bought. So I'm really glad that I like this yarn, and I'm excited. Like, I kind of want to branch out again. I might try Parfait Chunky again just because I've talked to a lot of people and they're like, oh, I think, because I bought it around Christmas last year, and I think they were going through like a really weird quality issue stage, and I just got one of the really bad batches. Like, it was, I kid you not, like, I cannot describe in words how horrible it was. It was just not a great. I ended up selling it to somebody else that really likes Parfait Chunky, and I was like, just so you know, this is like not the best quality Parfait Chunky. And they're like, no, it's fine, like, just send it to me. And I was like, okay. So someone else did get to use it, but I'm really excited. I'm glad I like this yarn because, like I said, the color choices in this yarn are great. So, and the skeins are a little bit smaller. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna carry on working on this guy, and I am probably not going to record the rest of this until maybe I'm sewing him together, and I will check in with you guys later. Good morning! Happy Friday, friends. I wanted to come on for a quick update. Unfortunately, I have no internet connection, so I'm working off hotspot today. For some reason, the power to our Wi-Fi thingy went out, and they can't come and fix it until tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that. Super thrilled. But it's an excuse. Like, obviously I could work off my hotspot, but it's also a good excuse for me not to get distracted by technology today. So, we've already got laundry going. I'm doing today. Yesterday we did clothes, towels, and blankets. Today we are doing sheets, comforter, rugs, like bathroom rugs and stuff, and dog bed covers. So, we've already started that. We are on... The sheets are done. I'm just waiting on the rugs to dry. But I wanted to give you an update because I did work on this guy last night. So I've got obviously the head, which you saw, the body, and I've got both of the legs done. I got both of the arms finished. I got the tail done. And I've made 6 spikes in the rainbow colors. I'm just going to do 2 on the head, 2 on the back, and then 2 on the tail because it came out a little bit smaller, so I actually think it's going to work out quite well. I'm excited to get this guy sewn together. That's what I'm about to do. And then I have decided I am going to do that blue color for the next the next dino snuggler, but I'm actually going to do tan spikes, so essentially something similar to this color except in Bernat. I do want to say that I ran out of yarn literally right before I started working on the tail. So I got all of it done except for the tail, and for the tail I had to start a new skein of the Premier Basics. So, I mean, it's not a whole lot of yarn, but unless you have like crazy tight tension, I feel like you are going to have at least 2 skeins for the main body on that dinosaur. Before I get him finished, I want to go ahead and give like my official review of Premier Basics yarn, which I feel like I'm so late to the game here. I feel like everybody's been using this yarn for years and I just haven't because Bernat is so readily available for me. I don't really have a reason to find another blanket yarn. This is so soft. I love the feeling of this yarn, even though the texture is slightly different from Bernat. It's almost a little bit cozier than the Bernat stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's got a lot of like really nice squish to it. It was very easy to work with. Whoopsies, just knocked my phone. I will say that some of the colors, like this bright neon orange, was very, like, it wasn't very difficult to work with, but it's got a different texture. It's not as soft. And then it's the same with the green one, and I think that's it. The other colors, like the yellow, pink, blue, and purple, were all super soft. These 2 colors, for whatever reason, are a little bit rougher, and I'm wondering if it's just because of the way they have to dye the yarn. Similar to how, I don't know if Bernat blanket in black has like that very specific texture. That's kind of what that reminds me of. But I'm about to start sewing with this, so we'll see how it holds up to sewing, which if it's anything like Bernat blanket, I doubt I'll have any issues sewing this guy together. But overall, I definitely like this yarn. I will definitely be buying more to make other items. I obviously haven't made just like a standard stuffed animal, just this snuggler, so I don't know how well it holds up to being stuffed. I mean, I stuffed the head, and we've already talked about how the size of the yarn, or the size of the hook, might affect some of the gaps that you can kind of barely see in this yarn. So I'll be curious to see. I'm going to try and make something out of it. I don't know what on my list I have that would be good, that I actually have the colors for is part of the problem, because all I have are those bright neon colors. I might have enough to do the helix horse pattern. I definitely have enough to do that, so I think I could probably throw something together for that. And then maybe mini anchor. I would just have to find 2 more colors to finish the rainbow underside. So we might try that. Yeah, that looks to be the only plushies that I really need to restock on, other than the chubby birds, but I use Bernat blanket for those, and I want them all to come out the same size. So, that being said, my laundry just went off, so I'm going to go switch over the laundry and get the next load going. And then I'm going to sew this guy together. I have a package I need to pack up to get out today. And I do have to do all of our grocery shopping because my market is tomorrow. They have not sent the layout yet, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that. We'll probably get it later this afternoon because it's just like a local farmer's market. So they're usually like the day before or the Thursday before. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get started on getting some more of this stuff finished, and I will check back in with you guys later. Hello. So update. He's so cute. I am obsessed with how he turned out. Some of them are sitting a little crooked right now because I just finished him, but he came out so cute. I am gonna embroider some eyes, but I am obsessed. I really, really like this yarn, so I will absolutely be ordering more to work with. And I might even, with my next order, I might add in some Parfait Chunky. Maybe. We'll see. But he's so cute. I love him. I love the rainbow. Okay, so just a quick update. It is 9:10 in the morning. We are an hour and 10 minutes into the market, and it's very slow today. This is slow. I don't know, there's a huge festival going on in the parking lot across the street, and I don't know what time it starts, but I'm hoping that once that one starts up, it'll, like, some of the traffic will come down here too. But that's like, it's like 200 vendors or something up there. But just as a sales update, we've done 5 transactions for a total of $162 in gross sales. We have sold, the chubby birds are once again the best seller. I've sold 2 mallard duck versions and 1 of the white duck. I've sold the elephant snuggler, my last elephant snuggler that I have, and that one's by BK Crochet. I sold one of my machine knit beanies for $18. I sold a white chicken and a hot pink leggy frog. So we have sold a total of 10 items, I think, if that's the right count. 3, 4, 5, 6, it says 7. Oh, I sold a baby bee. I had a customer walk up, but I sold a baby bee as well. It was a blue baby bee, no, a green baby bee. And I've sold a pickle for $12 and a medium pumpkin for $12. So slowly dwindling down on the pumpkins. I'm not going to be restocking those again this year. I do have one more market before Thanksgiving, but I'm just going to take the pumpkins that I have left over to that market and not worry about it. But that is where we're at. So $162 in sales so far, and we are an hour and 15 minutes in. So I will check back in a little while. Alright, quick update. It is now 9:53, so we're almost at 10 o'clock. And we just sold a baby bee and an octo and a knit beanie, a machine knit beanie, and a crochet kids beanie. So we are now at a total of $230 in sales, so it's actually been a fairly decent day. I usually do around 300-ish dollars in sales at this market, 300 and 350. So I think we are on track for at least hitting 300. Hopefully, we still have 2 hours left to go. So, all right, you guys, it is 11:39. We have 20 minutes left, and we are at $478 in sales, 16 transactions, and we've sold 23 items. We just sold our Anchor the Octopus for $90. I'm pretty excited about that. That was fun. But let me look. What else have we sold since I last updated you? We sold a knit beanie, a big ghost for $15, a loaf cap for $25, an earwarmer for $15. A mini whale, well, I say a mini whale, medium-sized whale for $15, another crochet beanie, and then my Anchor the Octopus for $90. So I will say let's see here. The beanies are my best sellers. I've sold 6 total, and then 1 earwarmer, which is surprising because I'm in short sleeves, so it's quite warm. It was a little chilly this morning, but the beanies have been my best seller today. But I'll do like a full breakdown. This is going to be the last update I have while I'm at the market, and I will come back in the next clip and I will do a full breakdown, let you guys know what was selling, all the transactions, because I think I missed a couple. And then, yeah, it's been a good day. Hey guys, so, whoopsies, I'm just dropping everything now, sorry. I wanted to give a final wrap up of the market because it was a really good day. It was a lot better than I was expecting. I usually do around $300 to $350 every time I go to this market. It's a smaller farmer's market. There's usually only 10 to maybe 15 on a busy day, other vendors, and it's mostly food. So it's not really a craft show. So I don't always, and it's a lot of like repeat people coming to do their grocery shopping and stuff like that. And I find a lot of times parents will come, they'll buy their kids something one weekend, and then after that they're like, oh no, we bought something last time. And that's just kind of been my experience with this kind of market. But today it was a really good day. There was another market across the street that was happening. It was an art show. And they had 100 vendors or something over there. And it was a paid market, that one was. This one is not. And I think we got some of the traffic from that market coming down to us. So I think that is why the sales were a lot better than normal. Plus, there wasn't a whole lot of football going on at the time. So people were just kind of there to shop. Like, it got pretty busy about halfway through. The final tally of sales was $478, which I think I already said. We had 16 total transactions, and the average sale price was $29.88. So let's see. The total collected was $510.40, and that includes tax and the square fees. The card transactions totaled $337.90, and the cash transactions, which also includes, it's cash and Venmo, I count those as cash as well, was $172.50, so about half of what the card transactions were. The square fees were $9.80, and then the net total, card and cash minus the fees, was $500.60. So I'm insanely pleased with that. That is a really good market for this market. I've only made that much 2 other times, and I think I've done this market at least 10 times from February until now. Today was my last Saturday market with them, so it was kind of nice to go out on a high. So as for, let's see if I can as for the count of what sold, my best seller, which I think I already mentioned, were the beanies. I sold 3 crochet beanies, 1 kid size and 2 adult size, and then I sold 3 of the machine knit beanies. And then after that, the next best sellers were my chubby birds and my baby bees. I sold 3 of each, and then everything else was just kind of one-off items. Let's see, I sold 23 total items, and now we will just really quickly go through the transactions. And I didn't make my first sale until 8:40, which is 40 minutes. We started at 8, and it was for a pickle and a leggy frog, and that was a total of $24. Next was a chicken and a baby bee for $25. And the baby bee was green. This was a green baby bee and a white chicken. And then the next one was a medium pumpkin for $12. Sorry, I am looking at my phone. That's why I'm looking down and not at the camera. And then the next transaction were the 3 chubby birds. So 2 mallards and 1 white chubby bird. So 3 chubby birds. The total was $45. I sell this for $15 each. The next transaction was the elephant snuggler for $38 and a gray sprinkle knit beanie for $18. Total was $56 for that transaction. The next transaction was a pink baby bee and one of my big squishy octos, and I don't list the colors of those because I'm not planning on restocking the big octos at the current moment. The next transaction was a gray knit beanie and a kid's crochet beanie. I don't remember the color. I believe was dark purple and white. And the total for that was $43. I sell the kids' crochet beanies for $25 each. Next, we're at 10:17, was an adult crochet beanie for $30. The next one was a rainbow baby bee for $10. And then we sold a pink knit beanie for $18. Surprisingly, I sold a big ghost for $15. I still have a few left over from Halloween. Next transaction was a loaf cat to another vendor that we buy from a lot. She makes candles. She wasn't set up at this one. They just came to shop, and I sold that for $25. The next transaction was a gray knit ear warmer, like one of the twisted front ear warmers. Then the next one was a whale, and the ear warmers are $15, sorry. Next was a medium-sized whale for $15. And then another crochet beanie, an adult crochet beanie for $30. And then the last and final transaction, which just totally made my day, was my giant Archer. I will get it eventually, but my giant Anchor the Octopus for $90. And I was so excited that he sold. Well, I was excited, but also not excited because now I'm going to have to make one for my next market in 2 weeks. But that was absolutely everything. And like I said, it was a total of $478 was the final, but obviously the total collected was over $500 after like fees and stuff. So like I said, it was an extremely good day today. It got really, really hot towards the end, which is why I look like a little bit of a hot mess right now. And then we went to a really nice restaurant for lunch afterwards just to decompress a little bit. But saying all of that, I have my work cut out for me for the next 2 weeks. We're going to be very busy crocheting and cranking out some items. I obviously have my list that you guys have seen in this video. I'm going to have to add to that list now with everything that I sold today. Do some restocking. The chubby birds are an absolute must. So I hope you guys are ready for the next 2 weeks to be chaotic. And then 2 weeks after that, we have another Christmas market. So we have 2 more markets left for this year. In the meantime, I also, I don't know if anybody else is this way, but I tend to go down rabbit holes. And I'm just going to show you guys something really quick because I've decided on a Christmas present for somebody in my family. And I bought the pattern yesterday, and I went and bought the yarn yesterday too. But I don't know if anybody in here has heard of mosaic crochet, but I bought this pattern yesterday for this stunning, it's like a koi fish mosaic crochet blanket. Sorry, I'm trying to get the rest of the photos. There's kind of like a close-up of it. And I'm going to make that for a Christmas present, and I'm a little nervous about it, so I also have to fit in time to do that. And I'm probably going to do that in a separate video because I've never done mosaic crochet before, so it's going to be a learning process for me, and I'm going to record the whole thing. So anyways, I think that's it for me for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit of a mess. It was kind of all over the place with the market prepping and the crocheting and then obviously the finishing it off with a little market. But I hope you enjoyed it anyways. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Hit the like button on this video. And if you are new here, drop a comment in the comment section. Introduce yourself. Let me know where you're from. And if you were working on anything while you were watching this video, let me know. I love to hear what people are working on. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.